What is it about vampires?
When I was very young, a very young kid, I was already a collector of books by age 4 or 5. I started collecting little paperbacks, and one of them, at around age 7, I came upon a book that was a treatise about vampire fact. In other words, it collected European lore about vampirism.
Right.
You know, little details like a Polish vampire actually doesn't have fangs; it has a stinger that comes out of the tongue.
Yeah.
Or the fact that you can a vampire always returns to the family first and vampirizes the family before it goes out into the world. And those things you can see in Kronos or Blade. And I started keeping. I have the diaries, my diaries with my drawings, and I started accumulating vampire lore. Some of it made it to Kronos, some of it made it to Blade, but a lot of it didn't find a way to find its way to movies. And one good day, I had the idea for the strain.
And so what did you do?
Well, I started by thinking, well, what would happen with a pandemic?
Yeah.
A pandemic that actually ended up being an invasion by a vampire virus, you know, an alien entity. The idea to formulate that vampirism is actually like a thinking cancer. That it's a cancer that develops an alternate system of organs.
Yeah.
They takes over a human body and functions, kicks in, and your engine changes. You belong to a hive mentality. You become essentially a drone, an insect. You know, and all these things started to get together, and I thought, what would happen to the CDC on that pandemic? How would bureaucracy deal with that? And how
you mean the Center of Disease Control?
Yes. Because they would be dealing with it, and little by little, unfortunately, the world caught with us. But in all those years, it was still a fantasy.